In 1993, BDS Giant School constructed a basketball playground. The teacher who went to Vellore to get permission, the official permission from the authorities, met with an accident, a very bad accident, and he took a lot of time to recover, and still he was unable to function fully. So there was every doubt that he would be able to attend the function at all, for which he went and got permission. Bhagwan touched him, touched his body, and revived the strength. So he slowly began to move about. Strength was returning to his body. Now Chandrasekharji, it suddenly struck him on the day of the opening ceremony of this basketball playground. It was about 6:30 in the morning. He had gone to Sanadish's house as usual, and suddenly it struck him to invite Bhagwan to come and grace the function at the school. He never did it before, but then the thought struck him, and he immediately acted. So with folded hands he asked Bhagwan if he could kindly attend the function at the school. All the time thinking that, oh, Bhagwan won't come. He has never done anything of this sort before. So he might say no. But to his great surprise, Bhagwan said, yes, Chandrasekharji, this beggar would come now. Chandrasekharji could not believe his ears that Bhagwan said yes. And what was more, within minutes Bhagwan was ready to go. He even locked the houses. Chandrasekharji used to go by bike to Bhagwan's place. So Bhagwan asked for an auto, and then he sat there in the auto, and Chandrasekharji was riding the scooter in the front, and Bhagwan followed him in the auto. Bhagwan said, Chandrasekharji, we have to go to Sudama and Ramananagar. The day was 29 October 1993. Bhagwan was still living in Sanadi Street house. There was no idea at all for anybody that Bhagwan would move over to Sudama next month. Bhagwan was living there in Sanadi Street house as usual, because after Sudama's Grihapravesam, the entry function, Bhagwan did not come to Sudama at all for 1 year. Now today, suddenly Bhagwan said cheerfully, this beggar would come, Chandrasekharji, and asked him to bring an auto. And then he said, Chandrasekharji, you go in the front, this beggar would follow you. And Bhagwan said, Chandrasekharji, let's go to Sudama. So about 7 o'clock, there was a knock on the door. I was seated there in the puja room before Bhagwan, chanting his name, and suddenly there was this knock at the door. So I rushed out, little knowing who was there standing. When I opened the gate, you can imagine how I would have reacted. It was Bhagwan standing there right at the doorstep, and there was an auto behind, and Chandrasekharji had got down from the scooter. Then immediately, with folded hands, I asked them, I took them inside. When they were seated, Bhagwan suddenly said, Devaki, this beggar would give you just 10 minutes. This beggar has to go somewhere. This beggar would like you to come with him. This beggar would give you only 10 minutes. Get ready. So immediately, of course, I got ready. And then Bhagwan said, come with me in the auto. So both of us sat there in the auto, and Chandrasekharji was moving in the front. He was riding the scooter, and we followed him in the auto. And then Bhagwan said, Chandrasekharji, we would come to your place, your house first, and then we would go to the school. So Bhagwan took me to Chandrasekharji's house there. And then we had this morning breakfast there. His mother, that is Chandrasekharji's wife, cooked some food for us, and Bhagwan made some announcements there. He told Chandrasekharji that Devaki has been begging this beggar for quite a few years to serve him. Father would not give his consent, but today Father has given consent. This beggar has accepted her service. It would be very difficult for her. People would throw stones at her. She will have to go through many hardships. But Father wants it. And then he said, we'll go to your school, Chandrasekharji. So immediately we shifted. We went to the school there, VDS Giant School. And the teachers were all delighted. They were surprised by Swami's visit. And then there was a dais there in the playground. So Bhagwan went and sat there and gestured to me to come and sit. And then what was more, when the function was going on, suddenly Bhagwan called Chandrasekharji and said, Devaki would speak something now on the mic. Because those people were asking Bhagwan to say something. Bhagwan said, this beggar cannot talk, Chandrasekharji. Devaki would do it. And I had no idea at all that Bhagwan would come that morning, ask me to get ready, and then take me to Chandrasekharji's house, and then to the school, and here we were sitting, and I had no idea what was happening at all. It took me some time to register even what was happening. And before they got through, Bhagwan was giving one command after the other, and I was rushed to act. But it didn't matter. The very fact that Bhagwan was with me was enough for me. I was very excited. Though I was confused, but I was also very excited and happy that Bhagwan came and took me out, and Bhagwan was with me. What more fortune do I need? So I spoke something. It was Bhagwan himself, because I had no idea what to speak and what the function was all about. And then Chandrasekharji told me what this was, because people were speaking one after the other before me. So I spoke something. It must have been Bhagwan speaking through me, because I had no idea what I spoke. So Chandrasekharji gave this chance to me to be with Bhagwan that day. Bhagwan was still living there. For one more month, till November 22nd, Bhagwan was living in Sannadi Street house only. Of course, Bhagwan went to Sannadi Street house, and then the same auto dropped me at Sudama.